Allahu Akbar. Person, but not so long after that I was able to see what looked like a silhouette of a person walking, only because of the light behind the area. And when I shined Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah.
Jose Flores Terror on YouTube, whose channel is known for venturing into the darkest forests in search of terrifying paranormal activity, shared this scary encounter. He enters one of the most haunted forests in the region, a place where people vanish without a trace. Locals warn of ghostly cries and children's voices that lure travelers deeper, and they never return. After hiking deep in the forest, everywhere was dark, and he was just alone with his flashlight and camera when he began to hear footsteps behind him, as if something was following him.
Es un poquito más, como que los árboles entrelazados, un poquito diferente. Ok, se acaban de escuchar pasos atrás de mí. Ay. De repente como si viniera algo atrás de mí porque se siente como una presencia atrás. ¡Ay! ¡Ay!
After hearing so much about the forest, what will you do in that situation? Will you go back before it gets darker? But he didn't go back. After some while, he started hearing some voices whisper in the distance like someone crying. But there's no one around the forest.
Se están escuchando voces. Ay. Ay. Se están escuchando estas voces que parece ser como que vienen hacia acá o están a lo lejos, pero lo extraño es que no puede haber personas acá, no hay personas acá, estoy completamente seguro, o sea, personas físicas no son. Hoy. Hoy. Hoy, 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 otra vez.
This peaceful hike into the forest was one to forget for him. Would you dare stay in this forest, knowing every voice could belong to the dead? The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. Before we go any further, I'd like to ask you for a quick favour. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We're getting closer to 20,000 subscribers, and once we hit that milestone, a few lucky subscribers will receive a special surprise. Now let's go back to the video. This encounter is shared by Danny Adventure 88 on YouTube, a channel known for daring solo explorations and terrifying encounters deep in haunted forests. He went camping deep in central Java's infamous Alas Kunci, where tragedy struck. It is said that a young boy ended his life there just a week ago. The locals talked about Dutch women tortured in these woods, their bodies discarded without graves, and their restless spirits still wandering around the forest. With all this dark history, will you dare camp overnight there? While still being courageous and enjoying his camp without fear, suddenly, he started hearing knocking sounds echoing through the trees. No wind, no movement, just a sound of something he didn't know about. Yet the forest feels alive and heavy.
Walaupun mencoba menghiraukan, tapi tetap rasanya tuh aku kepo ke sana itu.
What he's experiencing is definitely not what he had planned when he came. What do you think these wandering spirits of the forest are, or something far darker stalking me tonight? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. Jupri Karim's a YouTuber, and he is known for testing his courage by camping in the most haunted, dangerous places at night. He went camping just as he had always camped around many dangerous forests. But this time around, it was terrifying. At first, everything seemed calm, until he began hearing strange movements around the camp. Footsteps, whispers, something circling the tent. Then it appeared. He saw a figure lurking behind the trees, watching him in silence. The moment his flashlight touches it, it disappears seconds later.
Gak tahu teman-teman. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya teman-teman itu. Kelihatan nggak di balik kayu itu? Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Asal kena lampu senter, dia menghilang teman-teman.
What was that? Is that a ghost watching him? Or some far more mysterious? After seeing this, will you dare camp in this cursed place knowing the darkness itself is alive? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. We got this story from Kuba Mystery on YouTube. He is popular for venturing into haunted places and capturing chilling encounters on camera. This time, Kuba set up camp in a cursed bamboo forest, a place where a man once died tragically after being impaled by a falling branch of a bamboo tree. Locals say his spirits still linger here. Will you dare camp in a place where you don't know what to expect? While eating, he was violently interrupted. Unseen forces attacked, shaking the bamboo and rattling his nerves. He heard the bamboo shaking but could not see anything.
Allahu Akbar. Ini sangat coba penasaran juga sih teman-teman. Ini malah kita kayak seperti diganggu. Tapi nggak tahu juga siapa itu. Apa kita lagi makan? Mereka datang ke sini teman-teman.
Are they trying to scare him away from the forest? Or who or what is disturbing shaking the bamboo? Would you dare camp here alone? Let me know what you guys think. From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. Got this story from Franco TV on YouTube. He's known for venturing into the world's most haunted places, often alone, and capturing what others are too afraid to witness. This time, he went into a pet cemetery. It was previously a baby cemetery, but later changed to a pet cemetery. As he entered the cemetery, he heard these unexplained bangs and even a rope swinging from a tree. Was this really just a pet cemetery, or something far more sinister? After walking deep into the cemetery, he saw eyes staring at him deep in the trees, but couldn't see them again, so he turned on his thermal so he could check what might be lurking around him. Then he caught a dark figure waving from deep within the trees, human-like.
Here alone, I'm already hearing sounds of banging, of metal clanking on something, but further from in front of me. Wish me luck. I'm excited, scared, nervous. I'm missing home right now. But that being said, let's get into the video. So right now I'm at the cemetery, right in front of me. And with the night vision, look up there. You see that blinking light? This is why cell phones give away your position. But that blinking light is 100% somebody's phone. I thought I saw something else move. That was me, this light here. I hope nobody comes here to do something else. The last time that I was here, I was able to see something on the thermal imaging camera peeking out at me from one of the trees in the darkness. I don't know what the hell that was, whether if that was an animal or a person, but not so long after that, I was able to see what looked like a silhouette of a person walking, only because of the light behind the area. And when I shined the flashlight, nothing was evident. But I want to do another walkthrough of this place. Now, this place is gigantic. Listen. What was that? I just heard something up here. Jesus Christ. I'm already regretting my decision. Is that a rope?
What do you think is waving at him at the cemetery? Is it a ghost or a spirit that has been wandering around the cemetery? Would you dare to spend the night here? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. A YouTuber, Skara, who is known for exploring haunted forests across Kalimantan, where storms and myths collide with the unknown, shared this on his channel. He went deep in the jungle and he saw something quite unusual, a house standing alone in the wilderness, where trees and bushes surround everywhere. Who built a home here, in the middle of nowhere? What is the house meant for, because normal people are not meant to live there alone in the forest?
Rumah atau apa ya di bagian kanan gua? Gua trekking di nggak tahu men, ini ada orang sih di sini. Gua nge-trekking hutan belantara di sini men, gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gua buka satelit beberapa kali di sini, gak ada tempat terbuka seluas ini men di sini.
Then he started smelling cooked food drifting from the trees. Where was it coming from? Suddenly he saw an old woman. She's asking for water. She had human-like feet, yet her presence screamed not human. After he gave her water, she headed back into the forest. Who was she, and what was she doing in the forest at night?
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Cuk, minta banyu nenek cuk. Ada nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Tunggu nek. Permisi nek. Bentar nek. Bentar nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Nek, Lun permisi, Nek. Permisi, Nek. Maaf apa yang di sini, Nek? Ngapain di sini, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek. Pian manusia kah? Lain kan, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek.
Would you dare keep going deeper after encountering something of such? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear.
Something's watching me, bro. That was big. That just looks above the tree.
Sounds like it's getting closer.
This jaw-dropping footage was posted by the YouTuber Harbour Explore, and it's not for the faint of heart. While hiking along a remote cliffside right beside an infinity pool waterfall, they decided to take on one of the most dangerous trails imaginable. One wrong step, and it's over. A single slip could mean a fall straight into the roaring depths below.
I actually prefer climbing up anyway, so see how we go getting back out of here. But we're going to soak this place in for a while. This is mental. Send the drone out so you can get a perspective of it. It's just an infinity pool just perched between two massive waterfalls on the side of a cliff.
You can see the fear and adrenaline in every step, the water crashing beside them, the rough edge crumbling under their boots. It's breathtaking and terrifying.
Not just trying to hang off two or something at 3 points of contact. Make sure you're holding something at all times. Just get it up. Even across the legs and arms. Right, it's time for this sketchy climb out. Just going to take our time with this one and just climb up nice and easy. Make sure we're holding on to something at all times, because it is a bit sketchy. You don't want to slide down there. Oh, there's stuff to hold on to. Right, we're up. We're both kind of glad that sketchy climb's over, to be honest.
Would you risk your life for the thrill of the view? Would you walk that razor-thin path knowing one mistake means no coming back? They say not every place is meant to be explored, but what drives people to push past the edge of safety, curiosity, courage, or pure madness? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This bone-chilling video was posted by YouTuber Harsh Survival, and it captures one of the most extreme camping challenges ever attempted. Alone, off-grid, in a raging blizzard, temperatures dropping to 30 °C, no backup, no nearby help, just endless snow and deadly silence. This isn't your typical camping trip. This is survival against nature itself. Every breath freezes instantly. Every sound is swallowed by the storm. One wrong move, and it's over. Yet, he stays, determined to prove he can survive the coldest, harshest conditions on Earth. But imagine this, if the storm suddenly worsened, if the winds turned violent, would he keep fighting or run for his life? Could you spend a night alone in a frozen wilderness, knowing rescue might never come? Some people chase comfort, others chase survival. The question is, which one are you? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This eerie photo was shared by a Reddit user, and it's enough to send chills down your spine. A woman was hiking deep in the wilderness when she stopped to take a quick picture. But what showed up in that photo was something she never expected. In the distance stood a strange hairy figure, motionless, silent, just staring at her. She tried to speak, to wave, to get a reaction, but it didn't move, didn't respond, just kept glaring with empty eyes. She said it was one of the creepiest moments of her life, especially since she hadn't seen a single person for miles. So what do you think she saw that day? Was it a lost human, or something not quite human at all? And if you were in her place, would you walk closer, or run, and never look back? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This eerie footage was posted by NVTV on YouTube, and it might be one of the creepiest things ever caught in the woods. A man was hiking deep in the forest at night, his dogs leading the way through the shadows. When suddenly the silence broke. A scream, sharp, distant, and full of pain, echoed through the trees.
Hear that? That thing sounds close. Here it goes. What is it? Go. Sounds like it's getting closer. What is that, girls?
It didn't sound human, not even close. The dogs froze. The man called out, but no one answered. He searched the darkness, but there was nothing there. No movement, no figure, just that bone-chilling scream fading into the night. So what was it? A wild animal in distress? Something paranormal? Or something far more sinister, watching from the darkness? If you were deep in those woods and heard a scream like that, would you investigate or would you run and never look back? One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This unsettling video was posted by a Reddit user, a casual hike that turned into something straight out of a nightmare. While exploring deep in the woods, he stumbled across something bizarre. At first glance it looked like a bird, but not one you've ever seen before. Feathers covered its body, yet its head looked disturbingly wrong, almost inhuman-like. The creature just stood there, motionless, watching. He called it a pretty Super Bowl encounter, but there was nothing pretty about it. It felt unnatural, like something that didn't belong in this world. What do you think it was? Some kind of mutation? A new species? Or something far darker? Something not meant to be found? Now imagine you're alone on that trail and you see that same creature staring back at you. Do you get closer to investigate, or do you run and never look back? Some mysteries are better left undiscovered. Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This mysterious footage was shared by Real Treasure Hunter, and what he uncovered deep in the forest is both fascinating and unsettling. While exploring the woods with his metal detector, he suddenly got a strange signal coming from beneath the ground. Curious, he began to dig, not knowing what he was about to find. Moments later, his shovel hit something solid, a buried briefcase. inside. A chilling mix of items, old phones, a wristwatch, a cracked mirror, clothes. All aged, all strange. It looked like someone had buried a piece of their life, or a secret that was never meant to be found. But the real question is why? Who buried this out here, in the middle of nowhere? And what story hides behind those forgotten things? Was it evidence, a message, or something far darker, buried for a reason? If you found a briefcase like this, would you open it or cover it back up and walk away? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This chilling clip was posted by a Reddit user, a hiker out for what was supposed to be a peaceful day in nature, until peace turned into panic. While walking through the quiet trail, he suddenly spotted a massive bear standing just a few feet away, still, calm, and watching. For a moment, time froze. No growl, no sudden movement, just silence, and a stare that could make your heart stop. Imagine it, you're out there alone, miles from anyone, your footsteps crunching on the dirt, and then you lock eyes with a creature that could end everything in seconds. Do you move? Do you stay? Perfectly still? Do you run? He was lucky, the bear didn't attack. But what if it had? What if that calm stare turned into a charge? Sometimes, nature reminds you, you're not always the top of the food chain. What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This mysterious video was posted by Rugged Road Explorers on their YouTube channel. While hiking through the rugged mountain cliffs, he stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, hidden beneath layers of rock and time. Tucked into the side of the mountain was a cluster of ancient stone rooms built from clay and rock, a forgotten structure, an ancient home, carved directly into the mountain itself.
Entryway right in front of us, or it was a vent hole down at the bottom there. A lot of these have vents. You can. It's kind of a round shape. And then we've got this right here, which is probably to store grain and stuff in.
But here's the strange part. There was no nearby water, no village, no sign of life, just endless wilderness. So who built this place? And how did they survive, cut off from the world? Was it once a refuge, a spiritual site, or something far more mysterious that no one was meant to find?
Okay, so this is a granary behind me, and I'm going to show you something really neat. Right here are 1,000-year-old corn cobs, which is very cool, but that still existed. Let's go up there and look in the little door there. So just taking a step back, we've got the wood up here. We've got ventilation holes, and I'm not gonna get in there, but I'm gonna stick the camera in there. Oh, nice. It actually shows up.
Imagine living here. No family, no friends, no connection to civilization, just silence and stone walls. Could you survive in a place like this, even if you were offered millions? Or would you feel the mountain watching, waiting for you to leave? If you're brave enough to keep watching, the worst is yet to come. This video was posted by a TikToker. While hiking through the forest at night with his puppy, he suddenly felt something wasn't right. The air grew still, too quiet. Then he saw it, two glowing eyes staring from the darkness, unmoving, locked on him. At first, he thought it was just an animal, but those eyes, they didn't blink, they didn't move. They just watched, like something studying him from the shadows.
Something is watching my dog. What the fuck? That is big. That just looked above the tree.
His puppy started growling, fur standing on end, confirming what he already feared. They weren't alone out there. What do you think it was? A wild animal? Something lurking beyond what we understand? And if you were in his place, alone in the dark, two shining eyes fixed on you, what would you do? Freeze? Run? Or stare back and find out what's really hiding in the woods? Sometimes the forest watches back. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was shared by a TikToker who found himself deep in the forest, completely alone. Or so he thought. Suddenly the silence was shattered. A loud, unnatural sound echoed through the trees. Not human, not animal, just something unknown. It was so eerie, so powerful that anyone would freeze in fear. He stood there, trying to figure out what was making that noise. But the deeper he listened, the more terrifying it became, as if the forest itself was alive. What would you do if you were there? Run and risk drawing attention, or stay still and hope it passes? Would you dare to find out what's hiding behind those sounds, or turn back before it's too late? Some say the woods whisper, others say they scream.
It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there. It's a hiking pack.
There's something coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something fucking screaming down there, man.
This chilling video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's every hiker's worst nightmare. While hiking along a quiet mountain trail, he suddenly came face to face with two massive black bears. His heart must have stopped. Desperately, he shouted and tried to scare them off, but the bears didn't flinch. They kept coming, slowly, fearlessly. Panicking, he whistled, yelled, and backed away, but they still followed step by step. Finally, he had no choice but to run for his life.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. They won't leave. They won't leave.
He was unbelievably lucky. Those bears weren't in hunting mode, or this story could have ended in tragedy. But imagine you were there, deep in the woods, no one around, just you and two bears staring right at you. Would you try to stand your ground, or would you run and pray they don't chase you? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This eerie video was posted by the YouTuber Harbour Explore, and what he and his friend discovered deep in the forest is nothing short of disturbing. While hiking through the woods, they stumbled upon an old abandoned campsite, a torn tent, scattered belongings, and eerie silence all around. Everything looked untouched, frozen in time. It felt like whoever was here had left in a hurry or never got the chance to leave at all. Rumour has it that someone was found dead in these woods years ago. Could this have been their camp? Did these hikers just walk into the scene of something sinister?
Alright, here we are. It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there. It's a hiking pack. Part of a chair. I can't believe it's still standing. Yeah, so who knows how long this thing's been here. I mean, the body of the fella was found, I think, 2009. So if it is his, I'm not good at maths, what's that, 15 years or so ago? Surely it can't still be standing. I'm gonna have a look around and see what we can find. What is it?
Date of manufacture is 2000, 28th of the 3rd, 2007.
Yeah, right. Bloody hell. So it could be that old, eh? Oh, that's a pair of track pants.
What size are they?
I can't see. Lift the bag up. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a bloody small light under the fit bag.
It's all orange paint inside it. Bright orange paint.
Every clue raised more questions. What really happened here? A forgotten tragedy? Or something darker still lurking nearby? If you stumbled across an abandoned tent deep in the forest, would you call the cops or leave before whatever happened last time happens again? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared by a Reddit user who went on a 5-day solo hike through freezing rain and cold. But on one of those days, something terrifying crossed his path. While trekking through a narrow forest trail, he suddenly stopped, standing just a few feet away from a massive moose. It stared straight at him, silent, unmoving. The air went cold. He couldn't go forward, and turning back might trigger it. Moose aren't just big, they're dangerously unpredictable. One wrong move could be his last. Imagine you're in his boots, alone, miles from civilization, with this giant blocking your path. What would you do? Try to stand your ground, or turn back before it decides you're the threat? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This eerie footage was posted by YouTuber Westin Yancey, and what he captured deep in the forest has left viewers terrified. While hiking alone, Westin filmed his peaceful walk through the woods, completely unaware that something, or someone, was moving behind the trees just a few meters away. A tall, dark, pale figure, almost human but not quite, can be seen walking silently in the background.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Westin Yancey with Modern Outdoor Media. We just wrapped up a shoot out here with Just Instinct Creative, shooting the rad power bikes, riding some trails. I wanted to talk to you guys about a giveaway we're getting ready to launch with our B Alpha shirts. So these B Alpha shirts that you've seen on our social media, we're going to do a contest where those who buy one, if you go tag us in your rifle kills this year, we're going to give the best photo bison cooler. So you're going to be able to pack your hunting stuff. You're going to be able to pack your your drinks, all that kind of stuff when you're out hunting. You know, so make sure you check out the Be Alpha shirts on our website, modernoutdoormedia.com.
When he posted the video, his viewers were the first to notice it. Some say it was Sasquatch, others swear it looked more like Bigfoot. But here's the strange part. Weston claims he heard nothing. No footsteps, no movement, just silence. So, what was stalking him that day? A trick of the light? A creature hiding in plain sight? Or something far more sinister? If you were hiking and saw that figure, would you run or dare to keep filming? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This unbelievable video was posted by Outdoor Boys, and it shows what true survival looks like in the heart of a raging blizzard. Snow is falling endlessly, wind howling through the night. Temperatures are so cold, even breathing feels dangerous. Instead of heading home, he decides to do something incredible. He builds a 12-foot, 4-meter snow shelter and spends the entire night inside it, surrounded by nothing but ice and silence. It's not a tent, it's a fortress of snow. But one question remains.
Oh, it's getting cold. Well guys, now that I'm done digging, let me give you a tour of the shelter here. Look at that. It's a lot of digging. We got vaulted ceilings there. Well, to give you an idea how deep the snow is, this pole is 9 feet tall. That's 3 meters, and it doesn't quite reach the roof. So we're about 11 and a half, 12 feet deep, or about 4 meters. The crazy thing is, I didn't even dig to the bottom. Now the tunnel I'm sleeping in tonight goes about 6.5 feet into the side of the hill. And then this part is about 7.5 feet long. Well, originally I was just gonna dig the tunnel this way, but I ended up hitting something solid and couldn't go any deeper. So I ended up having to hang a right. So my rough estimate is I ended up digging out about 400 cubic feet of snow. So yeah, moved a lot of snow today. Makes a big difference if you make your shelter big enough so that you don't have to crawl on your hands and knees. All right. Oh, that hot water bottle feels so good. With these snow caves, you always got to make them wide enough and tall enough that you can roll around a little bit and never touch the snow. If even a small part of you rubs up against the snow in the night, it's going to be so cold. Don't want any part of that. Well, it gets dark really early up here in Alaska, so I got a little bit of time before I need to go to sleep. I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook. All right, guys, it's late. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to see you guys in the morning, and I'm going to sleep in.
How long can someone really last inside something that could collapse at any moment? Would you dare to sleep inside a snow cave during a blizzard, knowing nature could turn against you in seconds? What drives someone to test their limits like this? Survival instinct, adventure, or pure madness? Because out there, in the frozen wild, comfort isn't an option, only courage is. The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This terrifying encounter was captured and posted by a Reddit user, 2 hikers out on a mountain trail, when they suddenly came face to face with not one, but 2 mountain lions. At first, they thought it was a rare, beautiful sight, until reality hit. These were predators, even if still young. One wrong move, and things could have gone horribly wrong. You can hear the fear in their voices as one hiker shouts, trying to scare the lions away. But what if they were older, stronger, more aggressive? Would shouting still work then, or would it only make things worse? Imagine being there, deep in the wild, no help in sight, your heart pounding as 2 pairs of glowing eyes watch your every move. What would you do? Stand your ground? Run? Or freeze in fear, hoping they lose interest? Some encounters remind you, nature doesn't play fair. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was posted by a TikToker. What started as a peaceful winter hike turned into a moment of pure terror. He was walking through the snowy woods, the air silent and cold, when suddenly a deep guttural growl echoed from the trees.
coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something fucking screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now! Something big moving in there, man. Something real big, guys.
It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal he could recognize. Just that low, haunting sound getting louder and closer. He froze, flashlight shaking in his hand, calling out into the darkness, but no one answered. Only that growl replied, rumbling through the woods like something hunting unseen. Imagine being there, completely alone, snow crunching under your boots and something lurking just beyond your light. What would you do? Run before it finds you, or stay to see what's really out there? Some sounds in the forest aren't meant to be followed. Sometimes silence is your only warning. Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This chilling clip was posted on NVTV on YouTube, and it's one of the creepiest encounters ever caught in the woods. A lone hiker was deep in the forest when he suddenly heard it, an eerie, blood-curdling scream echoing through the trees. It didn't sound human, and it didn't sound like any animal you'd ever recognize. The sound was raw, haunting, almost otherworldly. Panicked, he ran for his life before things got even stranger. But here's the question. So what was that sound? A wild animal no one's ever recorded? Something supernatural? Or a creature that shouldn't even exist? Something paranormal? Or maybe something that's been hiding out there all along? What would you do if you heard that scream in the middle of nowhere? Run, or stay and find out? If you're brave enough to keep watching, the worst is yet to come. This mysterious footage was shared by Jesse's drone adventures on YouTube, and what he discovered has left everyone asking the same chilling question. What was this place? While flying his drone through a remote mountain range, Jesse spotted a strange, hidden structure tucked beneath an abandoned railroad. Curiosity took over, so he hiked there to investigate. What he found was beyond explanation. A structure that looked part home, part shelter, maybe even part shrine, buried under the mountain. Inside, strange, ancient-looking objects were scattered everywhere, as if someone had once lived or performed something there.
Check it out, everybody. We are finally here. I have no idea what this place was, and I couldn't find any information on it on Google, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. My guess is there was probably a bunch of water here, or some sort of reservoir, and my guess would be this is where the workers lived to monitor the water. That's just my guess. If you have anything better, let me know. Let's see if we can make our way up here. We made it. There is nothing but junk, 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 and more junk in here. I don't know that I want to go walking around too much in here because there could be a bunch of rattlers underneath all this stuff. You can see a table, a bed over here. This would make for a pretty cool view though when it's raining. All the water coming rushing in over here. There's just tons and tons of stuff here. It almost looks like it could have also been somebody's house, but why would you build a house right here? Kitchen sink over there maybe? Or a workbench? Oh, look at this. That is a very, very old phone. Probably 80s or 70s. If I was out here with a few more people, I would probably dig through some of this stuff. but there's always the chance of running into a snake, scorpion, or something that bites, and I'm not too fond of getting bit in remote places such as this. Pretty astonishing if you ask me. Maybe I'll have to go back into town and ask some locals and see if they can shed some light on this place.
But why would anyone build something like this in complete isolation? Who lived there? And what were they doing before it was abandoned? Could it have been a secret hideout, a ritual site, or something far darker that was never meant to be found? If you discovered a hidden structure like this, would you go inside or turn back? One wrong glance and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This mysterious video was posted by hadersecho.peak.natala.park on TikTok. While hiking deep in the woods, he stumbled upon something that stopped him in his tracks. A wooden staircase standing tall in the middle of nowhere. No buildings, no trails, just this eerie structure, perfectly built yet completely out of place.
I'm 200 miles from the nearest town. What's this thing doing here?
Who would construct something like this, and why? There were no signs of life around, no reason for it to exist. Curiosity took over fear, and with a brave heart he decided to climb it. Imagine he saw something while climbing the staircase. What next? Would you dare climb a mysterious staircase in the middle of the forest, not knowing where it leads, or what might be waiting at the top? Some say these steps are portals, others say they're traps. But one thing's for sure, things built in the woods, without reason, are rarely innocent.
Dude, what? Yo, what the? Yo! You see that? Is that it? Hello? Yo, you see that, dude? Look! Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Go.
This video was shared by Catching Cadence on YouTube. A group of friends decided to go camping deep in the forest, expecting nothing but fun, laughter and adventure. But what they encountered that night was something far from ordinary.
Oh, creek. No. Bill. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Huh? Yeah, maybe once it gets 10 degrees warmer. Do some tubing. It's like 50 out. Down here around this dog pound, we kick it like a bunch of rednecks. Yeah! Right, drink your Busch Light, smoke your cigarettes. Hey Sam, you got any herb, man? No, I don't.
As they sat by the campfire, they noticed a dark, human-like figure silently moving between the trees. At first, they thought it might be another camper. But when they shouted, the figure suddenly darted away into the darkness. Panic set in. Their laughter quickly turned into screams as they grabbed their gear and ran for their lives.
Yo, fellas. Yo, what? Yo, look. Holy shit. Look over there, dude. Yo, look over there. Dude, what? Yo, what's it? Yo! You see that? Is that it? Hello? Yo, you see that, dude? Look. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, go. Get the fuck out. Come on. What the? Yo. Go. Come back here, bro.
But what was that thing moving in the woods? A person? An animal? Or something much more sinister lurking just beyond the trees? If you were in their position, would you stay to find out what it was, or would you run into the night without looking back? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This video was posted by a TikTok user who decided to go hiking deep in the woods, expecting a fun and peaceful day surrounded by nature. But what she encountered turned into a terrifying experience she'll never forget. As she walked deeper into the forest, she suddenly began to hear low, strange, growling sounds echoing around her. There was no one else there, just her, the trees, and that eerie growl coming from somewhere close, but not close enough to see. Her heart raced as the sounds grew louder, almost circling her from different directions. Was it an animal watching her, or something else entirely? Imagine you're alone in the woods and you start hearing those same unexplainable sounds. Would you run for your life, or stay and try to find out what's hiding in the shadows? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared by Squatch TV on YouTube, and it's one that'll send shivers down your spine. Two guys were hiking deep in the forest at night when suddenly, they started hearing strange voices echoing through the trees. At first it sounded distant, but then the screaming got louder, closer, as if someone or something was out there watching them.
You can take that one path up here.
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah. Picture the babies. Oh, baby.
Okay, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Dude, fuck this. Should we?
You got,
do it for the video?
You got your knife?
Yeah, but what the fuck is that? That's a deer tracks. Oh, Joe, you hear like a rabbit get killed? They
Yeah.
sound pretty
That was too loud though.
far to turn back.
Yeah.
We can turn back really.
The two hikers froze for a moment, unsure if it was a person in distress or something far more sinister.
People think I'm night hunting. Holy shit. Alright, let's keep fucking moving.
Yeah.
But when the screams grew almost right behind them, they did the only thing anyone would. They ran for their lives. What do you think was making those terrifying sounds? Could it have been a lost hiker, or something haunting that forest?
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Go. Wait. Holy, I think I saw it. Go. Go.
And be honest, if you were out there in the dark and heard those screams closing in, would you investigate or run without looking back? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This terrifying video was shared by a Reddit user who found himself witnessing something straight out of a nightmare. While sitting inside his car deep in the woods, he suddenly spotted a massive moose sprinting across the road with a furious bear chasing right behind it. The bear looked wild, hungry and desperate, for a kill. You could feel the tension through the screen. Imagine being there, trapped in your car, watching nature's raw power unfold right before your eyes. What if he hadn't been inside that car? What if the bear had noticed him instead? Do you think a bear could really take down a full-grown moose in that kind of chase? And here's the question. Would you stay to see what happens next? Or would you hit the gas and get as far away as possible? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This video was posted by Palamud on YouTube, and what was captured during a quiet forest hike has left many viewers unsettled. While exploring deep in the woods, the man suddenly spotted a dark, shadowy figure moving between the trees. It had the shape of a human, yet its movements were strange. Not quite human, not quite animal. It didn't walk normally, almost as if it were gliding or lurking with intent.
Oh, there he goes. Jesus. Get up here where I can see him real quick. Get up here. Get a better picture.
What kind of creature wanders the forest in broad daylight moving like that? Some say it could be Bigfoot, others believe it's something far more mysterious. But what do you think? Was it a person? Or did this hiker accidentally stumble upon something we're not meant to see? This jaw-dropping video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's not for the faint of heart. A man decided to hike and climb along a dangerously steep rock face, where one wrong move could mean a deadly fall. He's balancing on a razor-thin edge, hundreds of feet above the ground, with nothing but air beneath him. Even the slightest breeze or slip could send him straight off the cliff.
Basically, when I'm soloing, normally I have almost like a mental armor. You could say I'm in the zone. I have something that's, let's say, protecting my head from thinking too much. And for whatever reason on Half Dome, I ran out of whatever armor I had.
You can almost feel the tension as he carefully takes each step.
Found myself like 1,800 feet off the ground. I was like, what am I doing up here? Why am I doing that? You know, just all the questions all of a sudden entered my mind.
Would you ever have the courage to climb a place like this? What makes someone risk it all just for the thrill of the view? If you were standing there, heart pounding, looking down at that drop, would you keep going or turn back to safety? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This video was shared by a YouTube channel, Elephant Room Creative. After a long and exhausting hike to the top of Panorama Ridge near Black Tusk Mountain, they thought the view would be the only breathtaking thing they'd witnessed that day. But they were wrong. From the top, they spotted something moving far below on the mountain slopes, something large, dark, and walking upright. At first, they thought it was just a hiker, but its movement was strange, too heavy, too intentional, and it seemed completely alone in the wilderness.
It just looks like such a big thing for such a, like...
He's fucking hauling it down that mountain.
Down that for sure. No, but he's like just going through... He's not on a trail, guys. This is not...
Why is this so
What are
far
we
away?
looking at? Seriously. Are we all seeing the same thing, right?
Yeah! Yo!
It stopped.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a person, guys. Look at...
I'm fucking zoomed in as much as I can on this thing.
What the fuck?
Well, what's over there?
Dude, but the way it's walking.
The way it's
like
walking
this.
like up. It's up. No way you could cover that ground.
Yeah,
if you
you're
were
just
a
going down the
person.
side of a glacier? No way, man.
Could it really be a Sasquatch, a Yeti, or something else entirely? It left them questioning everything they had just seen. So what do you think? Did they capture proof of the legendary Bigfoot, or was it something else hiding in plain sight? And if you saw something like that moving across a mountain ridge, would you stay and film, or get out of there fast? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This video was posted by a TikTok user who decided to hike, alone in the mountains, hoping for a peaceful adventure and breathtaking views, but what she experienced turned into a terrifying nightmare. As she made her way up the lonely trail, she began to hear strange voices echoing through the mountains. Faint at first, then clearer, the sound of children crying and screaming in the distance.
Guys, there's literally like a child like screaming or crying, and I'm being serious.
You're not kidding.
Can you guys hear it? There's literally somebody, like, there's literally kids crying or screaming, guys. Like, it's not even like...
There was no one else around. No houses, no hikers. Just her and those chilling voices cutting through the silence. Panicking, she grabbed her gear and ran, fearing whatever was out there might be getting closer. But what could that have been? Who or what was crying out in such an isolated place? Would you have stayed to investigate, or run without looking back into the darkness of the mountain? The fear doesn't stop here. It only grows. This video was posted by Busker Sobrenatural, a YouTube channel known for venturing into some of the most haunted and mysterious places on Earth, where others would never dare to go. While hiking deep into what locals call the Witchcraft Forest, everything was calm until it wasn't. In the dead of night, they spotted something moving in the distance, a dark, shadowy creature with horns. It didn't look like any normal animal, too tall, too still, almost like it was watching them. The group froze, their flashlights trembling in their hands.
Ei, tem alguma coisa ali, cara. Tem alguma coisa lá.
Meu Deus, velho!
Cara do céu!
Olha aquilo, cara! Meu Deus do céu, velho!
Ei, o que é aquilo ali, cara? O que é aquilo ali? Que bicho é aquele ali? Que bicho é aquele ali? Oh, que bicho é aquele ali?
Cara do céu, velho! Eu não sei, cara, é um bicho preto, cara! Não sei o que é, velho!
Tem chifre, pô!
Chifre?
Tu não viu? Tem chifre, tu viu, né?
Eu não, nem percebi.
Tudo preto,
cara,
velho.
Eu não vi, tudo preto, tinha chifre.
Cara do céu, velho.
Tu viu? Não, ele fugiu quando ele viu a lanterna, pô. Ele olhou pra nós e fugiu.
Cara, mas
Ele foi pra lá, velho.
Ele saiu?
Ele viu a luz e saiu.
Cara, eu nunca...
What kind of creature lurks in a forest like this, alone, at night? As fear set in, they did the only thing they could, run. But here's the question. What was that horned figure? Could it be an animal, or something far more sinister that shouldn't be disturbed? If you were the one standing there staring into those dark woods, would you stay to find out what it is, or would you run for your life? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This picture was shared by a Reddit user who went hiking deep into the forest, but what he stumbled upon was something truly unsettling. Standing before him was a strange-looking tree, split open like a giant skull with a gaping mouth. The inside was pitch black, almost as if it was hiding something. Why does this tree look so different from the others around it? Could it be just nature's accident? Or is there something more mysterious behind it? Imagine hiking alone and coming across a tree that looks like it's staring right at you. Dark, hollow, and almost alive. Would you get closer to look inside, or turn around and get out of there before whatever's inside decides to come out? We got this story from Wandi Sumatra on YouTube, a channel known for venturing deep into haunted forests and capturing encounters that most people would never dare to face. He set up camp far inside the forest, cooked, ate, and finally drifted off to sleep. But sometime after midnight, it began. A strange voice. Not human. Not an animal. Just this eerie, otherworldly sound circling his tent. What kind of creature makes a noise like that in the dead of night? Terrified, he forced himself awake and stepped outside, scanning the darkness. That's when he saw it. A ghostly figure, pale and still, staring straight at him. Its body unmoving, its eyes fixed.
Astaghfirullah. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
What was this thing? A restless spirit of the forest? A demon in disguise? Or something older watching from the shadows? If it were you, would you investigate? Or run for your life? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. Urban Ghosts on YouTube, his channel, is known for exploring some of the most terrifying haunted places in America. And in this video, things in the Devil's Forest took a chilling turn. He hiked deep into the woods alone at night. Suddenly, his spirit talker app whispered, "There's a priest." What does that mean? A priest? Out here, in the middle of nowhere? Is it trying to warn him not to go further, that there is danger at the front?
Hello? Hello?
Others are scared.
Others are scared? Well, don't be scared. I swear I heard somebody running. Or something.
There's a priest.
Where?
And just when it seemed the forest had gone quiet, he heard a voice around him that came from behind, so close it made his blood run cold, alone in the woods with just his touch and spirit talker app, using it to communicate through his phone.
As much as I've been in the woods, I still can't ever remember what the heck poison ivy looks like. I always gotta Google it. Heck, I grew up in the woods. I heard something over here. Are you over there? Whoa!
You are authentic.
Well, I appreciate that. I swear, something. As soon as I turned this way, I heard a voice right behind me, right over here.
Was he really alone in the forest? Would you dare to stand in the Devil's Forest after dark? Hangboner TV, a channel known for paranormal activities and exploring some other random stuff. In this video, he explored an abandoned mining village in Japan, a place steeped in tragedy and rumoured to be haunted. He spotted a lone figure standing by a pole, but when he waved, the man bolted unnaturally fast into the woods. Who was he? A villager? Or something else?
Alright, that was really friggin' weird. So, I was coming around this bend, and there was somebody standing there. I swear, someone's just standing there right at that orange pole thing. And I waved to him. And then for some reason, he just took off all the way down there. I have no idea why. Well, that was weird. Hello? I have not been down there yet. It's also kind of strange how there's just this random flat area. Thought I heard something. Kind of nervous about going down there. Like, who the hell did I just see?
Moments later, a voice echoed in the woods. He called out, but no one answered. Would you have stayed or run back to the car? Then, a little rock was hit against his vehicle. No one was around. Was it a warning?
But yeah, there's literally very little tread on the outside. The hell was that? Someone just literally hit the car. It almost sounded like somebody threw a rock at my car. What the f***? Okay, something really weird is going on. Hello? Can you not do that, please?
Finally, his light cut out by itself right after the spirit box whispered locked. Coincidence or proof the dead still walk here?
So that way we can chill here for a little bit. Not too long, but I'm just curious as to like who the hell that person was that ran off into the woods. Like, are they actually living out there? Whoa. The light just went out. Did you do that? The hell?
Some places never let go of their shadows, but things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. A YouTuber, Moxley's Paranormal World, who is known for his terrifying solo investigation in the dark and the most haunted places imaginable, shared this scary encounter. He ventures deep into a forest whispered to be home to the Dogman, a cryptid said to terrify anyone foolish enough to wander in alone at night. While walking around the forest, branches snap in the distance, voices come through the spirit box, chilling words like optimism and Jordan. Imagine standing there alone when the device suddenly blurts, "A girl was killed." In the night, alone by yourself, hearing these strange words, what's your next move?
You show yourself.
A woman here.
Oh, every noise has got me on edge. A woman here. Is she here with me now?
A girl was killed.
A girl was killed. Okay.
Photo.
Photo.
We don't mean harm.
You don't mean harm. There has been a lot of...
I feel lost.
You feel lost? Are people mistaking your presence for somebody who needs some help?
Choose.
Choose. Right, it said church. Look at this, what I've just found.
Watch what I do.
Watch what I do. Are you going to do something for me? Right, I'm literally trying to take a little bit of cover just here at this at these trees, because that wind was absolutely picking up. The trees above me were just going like this.
Many words kept coming out of the spirit talker devices. Would you keep walking or run? Then words like, "Have been here for a century. I was burned." Does that mean the spirit has been lurking here for centuries? What would you do? Keep pushing forward or escape before it's too late? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. We got this story from Midwest Ghost Hunters on YouTube, a channel well known for its terrifying explorations of haunted places where the line between the living and the dead often blurs. His journey begins at the Red Bridge, haunted by the spirit of a woman who drove off and died. Legend says if you stop your car, her ghost appears and you'll never start it again. Some even claim she pushes cars off the bridge, leaving behind her ghostly handprints. Suddenly, branches move on command, not the wind, but as if something unseen is answering. Imagine asking a spirit to show itself, and the trees obey. What are you doing next?
Almost slipped there. Oh gosh. Don't need to turn into the river-soaked ghost hunter. Okay. See if we can get a good look. Ma'am, could you show yourself on this bridge? Oh, whoa. What the? Whoa, that bridge just moved. I might be going crazy, but I saw that branch over there start swaying back and forth. I know it's windy, but it isn't that windy. Okay, I gotta check this out. It was this one, right here.
Holy crap. Okay.
He then saw a shadow in a mist form. Then a woman's voice echoed beneath the bridge, whispering for help. His entire body tingles as if the air itself is alive. Is it true that ghosts truly haunt people? Would you dare cross that bridge alone?
Whoa. I think I got something in that one. I caught another one. Whoa. There's a freaking mist right over here. And it's gone now. It's completely gone. Whoa. Holy moly. It was just right over here. And now it's completely gone. I got a weird feeling over here. I'm getting like a tingly feeling in my whole body. Whoa! I just heard a woman's voice. I couldn't tell what she said, but it sounded like it came from, like, under the bridge. Hello there. I heard you loud and clear. Are you underneath this bridge? I'm gonna try to get as far down here as I can.
The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. Chussa Chad on YouTube shares this terrifying encounter in the woods. He's known for going to haunted, abandoned, and mysterious places, and trust me, this one will make your skin crawl. He slips into the park after midnight. The gates are locked, the warning signs scattered everywhere, but curiosity pushes him forward. The trail twists, the night air heavy, almost suffocating. Suddenly, movement. A shadow darts across his path. Too quick for a person, too solid for a trick of the light. Was something following him? On the ground, a flashlight still glowing, a number scratched into its side. Who left it there? And why does it feel like a warning?
Yo! Yo, look. Let me turn my light off. Look, there's a flashlight that's on. That's just sitting right here. What the hell? There's just a flashlight sitting here. Okay, what the hell? It has number 7 on it. Or an L? Or a 1? Or something? I don't know. Looks like a 7 to me. Okay, that's really weird. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know what is going on with that. But, okay, look at where I am, dude. I walked kind of far back here.
He sensed there was someone in the woods, but nothing was visible to him. He heard a voice, but when he spoke, nobody has responded. Are they trying to lure him into the forest? If this were you, would you dare take another step deeper? Or would you run before the forest swallows you whole? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. We got this story from Urban Ghosts on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the world's creepiest, most haunted places. This time, the adventure took him into the Clemson Experimental Forest, a place surrounded by unmarked graves and whispers of restless spirits. He hiked deep into the woods, no flashlight, only darkness closing in, not knowing what to expect. Will you dare hike alone at night with no flashlight to see what is going on around you? Suddenly, the Spirit Talker app lit up with a chilling message. Fail. Stay out of the forest.
But it is so cool. Words cannot describe how eerie it is out here. And the feeling. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It said fail and stay out of the forest. Holy crap. Oh, my noise was off. Why don't you want me in the forest? Huh? Other people come out here and have a good time. Why can't I be here? Is it because I'm doing what I'm doing? Well, don't be shy now. Come on. I'll put my tripod down for a second. Because I just got those hits. Let's see if we get anything else right here.
Who was warning him, and why? After being warned to stay out of the forest by a spirit app, will you want to go further? Nobody knows what to expect in the forest after being warned not to go. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Franco TV on YouTube, a channel known for solo explorations into places where fear feels alive. It's pitch black 11:31 p.m, the same time strange things happened here before. He steps into the Skinwalker Ranch. Out of nowhere, two glowing lights pierce through the darkness in the distance. They don't move like an animal. They don't shine like anything human. Just hovering there, silent, watching.
Right now I have my IR light on. There it is. There it is. I see you. Oh, what the fuck is that? Yo, I thought there was like people in the trees. Look at that. There it is. Oh my god, that thing is tall. I want to see if I could walk inside. I don't even want to walk inside, to be honest. But I'm going to see if I could get a little bit closer to see what the hell those eyes are. Fuck. Did it move? I did hear like a snapping of wood. Hola! Oh shit. Fuck was that? There's definitely somebody in there. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that definitely sounded human.
What do you think that was? Could it be something, or someone placed it there to keep an eye on the forest? Would you keep walking, or turn back before it finds you? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. We got this story from Black Mass Paranormal on YouTube, a channel known for exploring the darkest corners of Appalachia, where legends are said to walk in the night. He was hiking deep in the forest when he froze in his tracks. Standing right in the middle of the trail was what he called a baby squatch, upright, motionless, its dark eyes locked on him. Just imagine. You're alone in the woods, and something like that is watching you.
Base of this trail, and he's just as confused as I am. That is a baby squatch standing in the trail. Look at that. He's like frozen, standing straight up. I'm looking at him and I'm wandering off.
But here's the real question. If the baby is here, could the mother be hiding close by, silently observing. What happens if that baby lets out a cry and the mother decides to strike? Imagine being in the forest surrounded by animals you don't know, the version of them you're facing. Would you dare keep going, or run before the dogman finds you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This story comes from a Reddit user who was hiking deep in Algonquin Park when she stumbled upon something truly unsettling. She captioned it, "Creepiest thing I've come across in the Algonquin backcountry."
I'm not going any farther, but...
Hidden beneath the forest floor was what looked like the remains of an old cellar, the ruins of a long-forgotten cabin that had collapsed. The ground itself seemed to swallow the whole structure, leaving behind nothing but shadows and mystery. Old, rusted objects were scattered outside. Iron tools, twisted and unrecognizable, as if abandoned in a hurry. Who left them there? And why was this place left to rot in silence? Imagine being alone, miles away from civilization, and suddenly discovering a crumbling cellar in the middle of the woods. Was it just history, or is there something more sinister still lurking beneath the earth? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. This video was uploaded by Rugged Road Explorers on YouTube. He is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest. He shared this unsettling journey that caught attention. It started normally. He was making his way along a cliffside in southeast Utah searching for ruins. But then, something strange appeared. Clear in the dirt, a massive track too large to dismiss. Was it a panther, or something far stranger?
The reason I slowed down is because, check it out. Right here, I don't know if you can see it. That's a panther track right there. Alright. I like being up top where I've got a lot of clear area to see. This is getting tight in here.
Deep in the ruins, silence fell heavy. The place was too tight, but he kept pushing forward. A dead rat lay in the shadows, a warning of something lurking nearby. Would you keep going after seeing that, or turn back immediately? Then, he captured something even creepier. Old handprints covering the walls. Whose hands were those? Ancient dwellers, or something still haunting these cliffs?
Oh, look at the handprints. Hold on, I gotta zoom in for you guys. That's pretty awesome, and they really, really show up. Look at that. All over the wall there. Boy, they really took the time to smooth out the inside.
What do you think? Was this simply history preserved, or something alive in the ruins? Some places never stop watching you.
This person was hiking along a dangerous trail in China when disaster almost struck. One wrong step and they nearly slipped off the edge of the cliff. The heart-stopping moment was caught on camera as they struggled to regain balance, clinging to life by just a second. Imagine standing there, the ground crumbling beneath your feet, nothing but a deadly drop below. What would you do? Would you freeze, fight to climb back, or accept the fall? Have you ever been in a moment where your life flashed before your eyes? Sometimes the difference between life and death is just one step. When they were climbing the mountain, they stumbled upon a black, open pit. Curiosity got the better of them. They bound a rope, tested it, and began going down. As the rope was spilling out, they saw something unbelievable.
Dude.
It's pretty spacious in there.
Yeah, it gets huge, and it just drops off straight down 150 feet. Oh. See ya, man. That is crazy. Oh. Wow. Look at this, guys. Oh, there's a whole stream down there. Oh.
The cave dropped about 1,500 feet directly downwards. But they went on. The air grew colder, the light vanished, until finally they hit firm ground. Much to their surprise, a hidden river flowed deep beneath the mountain, its water glowing faintly in the darkness, as if holding something back. Why would the cave be so deep? What is it down there? Is it just the river or something more mysterious? If you were the person who stood at the edge, would you climb on into the unknown? He was riding deep into the forest, the air quiet, the trees standing over him like unblinking sentinels, and then his tire slid and he crashed violently onto the ground. The quiet was broken by the noise of his crash. But here's what's really scary. Right after he crashed, he could have sworn he heard the sound of footsteps circling through the trees, although he was by himself. The forest grew darker, colder, and all the shadows seemed to stir to life. What did you suspect was lurking inside those woods? Was it just the woods playing tricks on you, or something else lurking, waiting to be discovered by him? If you were injured alone in the middle of nowhere, how would you get up knowing that something invisible is likely watching you? High above the ground, with nothing but clouds and thin air beneath, this man stepped onto the infamous Mount Huashan plank walk, often called the world's most dangerous hike. Just imagine it, a few wooden planks bolted to the side of a cliff, swaying slightly, held only by a chain clipped to his harness. One wrong step, one slip of the foot, and it's a 2,000-foot drop into nothingness. His hands trembled as he gripped the rock wall, inching forward, the wind howling in his ears. Every heartbeat felt louder than the echoes of the mountain itself. Would you dare take this walk? Could you trust those old planks with your life? Or would you freeze halfway across knowing there's no turning back? This person was alone in his house when it began. A voice calling his name. He had thought initially it was just in his head until the voice grew louder, clearer, and his own voice echoes him from the second floor of his house, his heart squeezed up tight, terror creeping in with every iteration. He stood there, straining to hear, his heart racing. The voice called out again, precisely like his, but deeper, colder.
I heard someone is calling me, but I'm alone in my home. Like मेरे घर में कोई भी नहीं है अभी. कौन? रोहान तुम हो? क्या हुआ? हाँ? तुम नीचे आओ. तुम नीचे आ जाओ रोहान. नीचे क्यों नहीं आना? क्यों? खोल दो. बकवास बंद करो अपनी. कौन था? बोलो. रूम में है ना कोई? मेरी एक बार अपने जेल में Okay, bye. I don't know what it is, but okay, bye.
Who do you think was shouting his name in the house? A ghost, a demon, or something worse? What would you do if it were your own voice answering back to you in the shadows? Would you run out of the house, meet it head on, or pray that it stays behind? Because sometimes the scariest voice you hear is your own. On a snow-covered mountain slope, the camera captures a hair-stopping moment. A man does an unexpected loss of control and goes zip-whizzing down toward a lethal cliff edge. Seconds before impact, a man in a yellow zip jacket appears out of nowhere. He dashes into the scene and tackles the ground, catching hold of the plummeting man's arm and holding tight for all he's worth. The wave sucks them both under, but he won't let go. Before you can say anything, in a split second, other people run there to help and pull the man back from certain doom. What would you do in that moment? Can you keep your grip? Imagine you're sleeping in a campground inside an abandoned building deep in the woods. It's dark, the air is cold, and you step out onto the balcony just to catch a glimpse of fresh air. And then you freeze, deep in the dark row of trees. Two shining eyes are staring at you. They don't blink. They don't change. They just stare.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that in the woods? Hello? Hello?
What would you do at that moment? Are those animal eyes or something much more alien? Is it a ghost, a spirit, or some kind of unexplainable creature? Would you be strong enough to meet its stare or run and hide inside? So I ask you, if you were there, alone in that silence, what would your brain let your mind believe those eyes belong to? It was supposed to be a quiet afternoon in the forest, but suddenly his tent shook violently. A bear was right outside, sniffing, pawing, and pressing against the fabric. Alone, trapped inside, his heart pounded louder than the rustling trees. Luckily, the bear wasn't there to hunt. It was just curious, circling, as if greeting him in its own terrifying way. After a few tense minutes, it wandered off, leaving him shaken but alive. But imagine if that bear had truly meant business. What do you think would have happened? Would he have stood a chance to fight back, or would it have been over in seconds? And would you ever risk camping alone after an encounter like this? He walked slowly to the riverbank, the moonlight silvering ripples on the water. But then something strange arrested his notice. A conclave of tortoises had formed, a faultless one in the shallow part of the river. Inside the ring were 3 small tortoises who remained still, as if under guard or siege. The water about them seemed to ripple in rhythms, as if some hidden ceremony was being carried out. He remained stationary, whether to advance one step more or turn tail. What was he doing here? Were the tortoises protecting the smaller ones, or up to something mysterious? Would you take the risk and step in, or simply wait outside in concealment, if in his place? This was supposed to be a peaceful journey, but it turned into a nightmare. To begin with, in the dead of night, there came a massive branch from a tree falling straight on top of his tent, ripping it wide apart. Heart racing, he got out of there, thankful to be alive. But fate wasn't finished yet. On the trek down from the mountain, he slipped on a rock and heard a sharp crack. He had ripped one of the ligaments in his ankle. Pain ran through his system with every step, and then suddenly the trip was a battle to even escape alive. Has there ever been a trip that went completely wrong for you? Would you have still kept pushing through the pain that he did, or would you have pulled over and waited for help? The shock of his lifetime came the day he chose to hike alone. What was initially an adventure turned into a nightmarish experience. Far in the middle of a snow forest, the silence was creepy. No voices, no tracks, just the sound of his boots crunching into the white ground. Then, in an instant, he was lost. He wandered in a circle for over an hour, looking for a path down, each tree the same, each trail a dead end. The cold nipped at his skin, and terror screamed louder with every second. Would you ever dare to hike by yourself in this kind of weather? If you were stranded like he was, would you keep traveling or stay still and hope to be rescued? It was while on a solo hike in the mountains of Cabo San Lucas that something unusual caught his eye. In the distance, coming outside of the rock, was a giant figure, too large, too fast, and too strange to be human. Its shadow was elongated in the sun, its movements deliberate, almost as if it knew it was being watched. He froze, heart pounding. Could it be? The locals talk about legends in whispers, but there he stood, staring at what looked like the Mexican Sasquatch. Do you think these creatures actually exist, or was it just a trick of the light? If you were in his shoes, would you grab a camera, get a closer look, or run in the other direction? He walked deep into the woods and climbed deep into a tree, hidden in the leaves. Down below, a lone coyote was quiet, watchful, and wandered the clearing. From up high, he whispered, just to play tricks on his mind, to test if the animal would hear him. The yote hesitated, twitching ears, sniffing nose, attempting to find the sound. What do you think the coyote would do if it realized the sound was coming from right above its head? And what if he had hissed from below in the woods? Would the coyote pounce, creep, or simply vanish into the night? It was supposed to be a quiet night of camping, but it was the night of horror in his life. The fire was low, the forest quiet, when abruptly a voice pierced the blackness. The cry rang out through the trees, rasping, ghostly, and not quite human. He remained still where he was, his heart pounding, frozen between fear and morbid fascination. Was it really a person in distress, or something trying to coax him out? The voice kept calling, moving closer and closer, like it could identify his exact location on the ground. What would you do, staying hidden in the tent? This family was out enjoying a peaceful picnic, laughter filling the air, when out of nowhere, a wild bear wandered straight into their campsite. Without hesitation, the bear went straight for the food table, sniffing, pawing, and helping itself like it owned the place. The family froze, hearts pounding, but they reacted perfectly calm, quiet, and slowly backed away to give the animal space. Thankfully, no one was harmed, though the bear clearly had a feast. What do you think was going through their minds at that moment? Fear, shock, or disbelief? If you were there, would you try to scare the bear away, grab the food, or just let it eat and hope it leaves peacefully? What an odd encounter this was. He was deep in the forest, creeping stealthily, when suddenly something shifted. Between the trees, a huge, shadowy form moved steadily, its massive body unfamiliar to him in any way. His own breath was short in his throat. The creature walked deliberately, crushing footsteps through the leaves, but never once looking back in his direction.
What in the world is that thing?
Others say what he saw might have been Bigfoot, while others would call it something else entirely. You were the one who just so happened to be there. Would you find it and go get the truth, or run in the other direction? Do you think creatures like Bigfoot exist? Are they nothing more than myths around campfires? While this person was hiking through the tall mountains of Kyrgyzstan, he was shocked by a thunderous noise. The ground trembled as a mass of snow tumbled down the mountain. Ice and snow fell with merciless intensity, tearing down everything in its way. Instead of panicking, he kept his cool, wedging himself tightly beneath a shelf of rock, heart pounding as torrents of white rushed past. Minutes felt like hours until the commotion finally died down, making way for silence, and the sight of his breath in the cold air. He had just survived nature's raw fury. What would you have done in his place? Run, freeze, or hide? Would you be that calm staring up at a moving wall of snow? And would you ever have the courage to hike those mountains again after going through something like that? Two lads were cycling through the forest, wheels squelching through leaves, laughing between the trees, when a colossal bear stepped out of nowhere.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Get back.
It was rushing at them, its roar shaking the stillness. Panic gripped them, but one of the lads acted fast, shouting, waving, and being able to scare the bear off before it was close to them. The danger was over in an instant, but their hearts were pounding away. Now imagine this. If he hadn't reacted immediately, what do you think would have occurred? Would they have been able to outrun a bear on their bicycle? Or would the forest have turned into their worst nightmare? Do you think you'd be calm in such a situation? Or would fear completely override your better judgment? After an exhausting, long mountain climb, he finally made it back to where he had left his car alone on a solitary mountain road. But as he approached, he stood frozen. There, stretched out beside his car as if it belonged to it, was a mountain lion. Its sun-flicked golden eyes, tail switching lazily, muscles coiled with latent strength. He knew one step wrong and inquisitiveness would turn into a hazard. The car, his path to freedom, sat only steps away, but wholly out of the question. What would you do in that case? Ride it out, try to scare it off, or venture in closer? And do you think the mountain lion was standing guard over the vehicle, or standing watch over him? A couple headed out on a walk through the wild beauty of the Everglades, air thick and still, when they spotted something awful: alligators. Dozens of them, half submerged along the beaches, their muzzles just high enough above to be seen, watching, not charging, just waiting, still as statues of danger.
You should be one of those people that hike with the big gigantic stick, because that's what the people who are scared of gators do. Just keep walking normal.
That is giant.
Now, that.
The couple softly counted them one at a time, each step more hesitant than the last. But the thought gnawed at them. What if they or some of them decided to attack? Out here, it would not be funny whatsoever. Would you feel courageous to continue predators closing in on you? Do you think the gators were steering clear of them or patiently waiting for the perfect opportunity to pounce? And how many would you count before returning?